What's up? I'm back. Hey Edmund, you said the last death was so shocking. Honestly, yes and no for me. Kind of shocking, but also kind of not. And hey Allison. It is good to be back. Being sick again was a doozy, y'all. Especially because I really couldn't miss too much work. And thank you for welcoming me back. But yeah, like this past, not this weekend, but the last weekend, I felt like death, you guys. Like, oh man, I was in rough shape, and I did miss work Friday and Saturday again. And like I was like ill on Saturday, but I had to do like a filming gig. Allison says, sorry, I don't care about Dex. And hey, Kaiwan. But yeah, Saturday I had to do a filming gig that I couldn't miss. So like, and I was in rough shape. So I had to like get my mom to drive me to the show, wait there, and just like film the show and leave. And like in and out, like just tried to be, you know, away from people as much as I could. But it was like a metal show. And their mosh pit was insane. Like, people were, like, backflipping, freaking karate kicking. Man, like, I definitely got kicked a couple times, but I just kind of dealt with it and then got my footage for the band. Footage turned out great. And just, like, messaged them, said, like, hey, I'll send you the footage, just e-transfer me the money. And dipped and got my mom to drive me home and just went back to bed. And then Sunday, I was still sick, as you guys know, because I missed the stream. Hey Nathan, hey Angel, I guess we'll talk about his feet. I didn't notice though. And thanks Brooklyn. And Sandy, I'm definitely much better. I'm still like, you know how you get like the residuals of like any cough and cold. Like I'm still coughing a little bit here and there, but it's not too bad. And my nose, you know, it's still like a little bit congested. So if I sound pluggy for here and there, sorry in advance. But yeah, and then Sunday night as well. And this would have been after I had already, if I had live streamed, it would have been around that same time that I would have started. I found out that a friend of mine passed away, and so I'm sick, and then I'm devastated, and I'm like, this whole weekend has been awful, and so I was, you know, it was just a rough. Even the next few days after that, I was in rough shape. I was feeling like a little bit better in terms of my cold, but you know, I was also grieving, so it has been a lot. And I'm going to my friend's wake this Wednesday evening, so unfortunately I won't be live streaming on Wednesday. So yeah, it's been a week, and I'm just hanging in there, but it's honestly, it sucked, so thank you, Allison. But yeah, it's been a tough week for me. Drink some lemon and ginger tea with a little brandy. It's okay. My throat's not sore or anything. It's just, you know, it's not, you know, I take medicine before I go to bed and when I wake up in the morning, and that usually gets me through the day. And just blowing my nose whenever it gets stuffed up. But yeah, it's been a week. But welcome. On that devastating or depressing note, welcome to General Hospital Envy, my GH after show. Let's get into it. I mean, I don't have much of a structured show today, just because I have been trying to catch up on other things in my life as well. Obviously, you know, this week kind of put me at a pause even, getting better from my cold, but also just, trying to gather my thoughts about my friend and just slowly picking things up again that I've been putting off. And this is the latest one thing that I've been putting off. So, yeah, my nose isn't as bad today. It's just every now and then it'll plug up. But yeah, obviously I missed last week. A lot's going on GH. Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, obviously there's stuff that we got to talk about from this week. But I'm going to leave the floor to you guys. Is there anything from the previous week that you guys wanted me to discuss that I didn't get to last week? Because we can talk about that stuff first. And then we'll get into the things that happened this week, of course. But yeah, so much is happening on GH right now. It's a little bit crazy. Pretty entertaining too, not gonna lie. It's allergies or legit cold. It was a cold that I had. Jacarius, I am not Albert. I wish I was. But yeah, it's a legit cold, but it's like, you know how at the end of like a cold and flu, like you just get stuck with the crusties and it plugs you up every now and then, and it's just like it's endless. It'll come and go. You can blow your nose and then it'll just kind of like weirdly come back. It's that. So it's like the tail end. Let's talk about the Drew and Willow movie premiere. Well, that was this week, so we're talking about the previous week because we missed the live stream. And it's all good, Jacarius. When Drew was going to tell... Oh, when she was going to tell Michael on Christmas. All that stuff, yeah. Oh, happy belated birthday, Jacarius. 25 is a nice age to be. I am 9 years past that now. Oh, man. Alright, well, I mean, the first thing I want to get into... We'll talk... Okay, I'm going to keep the previous week brief, because I know we want to talk about the drama from this week. So, I just want to give my thoughts on Lulu, because a lot happened the previous week. She reunited with Laura and Lucky and Maxie. Well, I think Maxie was this week. But yeah, so I really like her chemistry with Jeannie and Jonathan. I think that she's holding her own pretty well. I do hate, and this is probably getting into this week too, just how, like, she doesn't seem to register in her head that, like, yes, it's been 4 years for everyone else too. Like, nothing is the same. Stop assuming. But we'll get into that in a bit. I guess the main thing that happened the previous week is that Ava won the court case. The court drama was ridiculous. Christina, I can't stand her. I just need her. I just need her parents to stop babying her and just tell it like it is. Alexis kind of did that this week. But, it just gets on my nerves that they just let her call the baby Adela and keep on saying my baby this, my baby that, and just, like, dismissing Molly and saying her feelings aren't valid. And, because Molly's grieving in a different way, Christina's acting like she didn't love the baby, and it's just, like, it's a mess. I don't know. Like, it makes me mad that Molly's not really getting the screen time in a story that really should be hers. Sam, did we not talk about Sam dying? Like, we had to have, right? I think she does a new Sam. Ah, very nice. Congrats, Jacarius. Oh, you think this is Christina's villain era, Kaimon? She's like Sunny to me. Nah, see, Sunny's at least entertaining when he's a villain. Christina's just annoying. In my opinion, anyway. Christina is delusional. Hell yeah, she is, Sandy. Still not over Sam. Valid. Valid. Sunny's feeding the nonsense. Yeah, that's what bothers me. Like, Sunny's just feeding into it. Oh, it gets on my damn nerves. Yeah, Sam died on Halloween. I was like, surely a lot of time has passed since then. Yeah, oh yeah, so we learned that Cyrus is the one that killed her. We actually saw Kelly Monaco again, and I didn't expect that we'd see her on our screen. I was like, when we do see the killer, and to be honest, I think we all called that it was likely Cyrus ahead of time, but I didn't expect to see her. I thought we'd see maybe a hand and a bracelet that said Sam McCall, but we got to actually see Kelly Monaco again. So they obviously shot that on her last day. Christina is Sunny without the charm. Christina's just a brat. Yeah. But yeah, it was not shocking to me that it was Cyrus that killed her. Everyone's questioning the motive. I really do think that it was his weird, morbid way of trying to pave the way for Lulu and Dante to reunite on the off chance that she'd wake up again. We'll see. Brooklyn, you said, I'm very impressed with the recast of Lulu. Yeah, I am too. I think that she's doing a great job. And y'all know I wasn't a fan of Emmy. So the bar was pretty low, but she has certainly surpassed it with way more flying colors than I thought that she would. Because I had only seen a little couple of clips of her as a babe on All My Children. So I didn't really have much to go on whether she would be a good Lulu, but so far she's doing a pretty decent job. It's funny because she talks as softly as Emmy, but she's got the personality of Julie's Lulu. So that's taking some adjusting, but I am liking her performance. And I like that she is showing off that sort of Spencer spirit that has been missing in the character for a long time. We have 2 serial killers at GH. Cyrus and Frank Valentini, both killers. Oh, man. But yeah, needless to say, Ava winning the court case was not surprising to me. I figured that she would. She had that in the bag. Christina was a mess during that whole trial, so not shocking. I am curious. Sunny, Christina wants revenge on Ava, and Sunny's all in whatever way he's planning to. And with that said, we'll get into Ava. Obviously, I know y'all want to get into the Willow and the Drew and the Michael stuff, and we will. But I feel like the Ava stuff we should kind of touch base on, just because it's kind of the smallest thing of the 3 main things that happened this week. So, Ava's out celebrating. She has this confrontation with Sunny and Natalia. But, she doesn't let it spoil her celebration, and she and Rick go out to eat. And they have this really big dinner that was apparently like $600. It didn't look like there was much there, so y'all. But yeah, and then her credit cards and all her cards declined. And so did Rick's, because Ava paid Rick with a check that obviously bounced. And yeah, long story short, Ava is broke. At first, my thought was this has to be Sunny, maybe it's his little bit of revenge on Ava and Sunny, or Ava and Rick, without killing them. But it wasn't that. It turns out that somehow the Cassadines have taken back Ava's divorce settlement, and I don't know how that works. And they say, the Cassadines, and the only Cassadine that's left that can do that at this point is Valentine. So I'm guessing that's what he did. But how? But yeah, time will tell. It's certainly a plot twist that I didn't see coming. I was surprised by that and confused by it, but maybe it was Nick from prison though? I don't know, Allison. But yeah, it was an entertaining scene as well, just because, Maura West and Rick Hurst, they're both really good at comedy and drama, and they brought both, and Lucas had to basically swing in for the rescue It's a good thing he's a doctor and can afford it, but yeah. Taiwan said because Nicholas is still married to Hayden. Do we know if Hayden's coming back? Like, did I miss something? Let me know. I haven't really been paying attention to, like, articles. Yeah. Oh, also, one thing I forget if this was last week or the week before. Lucky and Elizabeth, they went, they did a little bit of Christmas tree hunting at Rice Plaza. And then they brought the tree back to Elizabeth's house. And they started reminiscing on the old days. And Elizabeth brought down Cameron's guitar. And needless to say, Lucky played his classic song titled Elizabeth that Jonathan actually wrote back in the 90s when that story was going down, when they were falling in love. And they used flashbacks of it too, and I was just like, I think people are kind of iffy on Liz and Lucky trying again. And so was I, to be honest, but yeah, it was sweet. And I'm down for a Lucky and Liz reunion. I do want Lucky to build a relationship with his son. And I want Lucky to rebuild his relationships with his sister, with his mom, kind of get back into the family fold again, get himself a job. His reason for staying seems to be trying to help Elizabeth solve what's going on in the hospital. And now obviously he has one more thing to go look into, which we'll talk about in a second here. But yeah, that Lucky and Liz moment was sweet. And it reminded me of why I loved them in the first place. See, guys, I'm already sounding stuffed up. I'm sorry. I swear I'm much better than I was over the last weekend, so. It's just the residuals, guys. Are you talking about Jonathan Jackson's band, A Nation? I was a fan of A Nation. And then one of their songs were featured on GH back in like 2009, 2010 when he was dating Siobhan. And that was really cool. Thanks, Angel. I feel stuffed a little bit, so I'm hearing it in my own voice, I guess. But if it sounds good to y'all, then cool. But yeah, like the next big thing that kind of happened this week was Dex dying, and while I didn't necessarily see it coming from afar, the moment he shared scenes with Cyrus at the Rice Plaza, and then the fact that he was like at Rice Plaza again just on his own randomly, I was like, oh, he's getting killed today. Like, and then what I didn't see coming was that he would like survive the stabbing and end up dying of a heart attack at the hospital. So it's giving like, Digitalis killer, very much like the Heather's killings. Not that I think it's Heather. I do think it's Cyrus, but it's just like, I don't know. But I'm glad there's like some kind of hospital mystery. Brooklyn, you said, I don't trust Rick. He'll always be a snake in the grass. Yeah, I mean, he is still motivated in some way to revenge on Sonny, I think. And that's the annoying part. Also, I forget who said it earlier, but someone said that maybe Christina got Ava's funds on hold. How did she do it? She's not smart. How did she do it? Oh, man. But yeah, so Dex died in the hospital. And to be honest, like, let's be real here. Dex has been backburned for forever now. Like, yeah, he got back together with Jocelyn, but they weren't really seen that much together. Jocelyn was kind of always in scenes with Gio and Trina, and Dex would like pop in every now and then. But I always say that like whenever they make a character that's already kind of not having much to do, one sec. Sorry, my phone was doing something weird. When a character has nothing to do and they end up being a cop, I'm like, that's the kiss of death. Like, he's either going to be backburned and disappear, like, without being mentioned, or he's going to get killed. And sure enough, he got killed. I just wish that they did more with his character than make him, like, Jocelyn's sex toy. Because that's really all Dex did for, like, most of the last 2.5 years. And, you know, it's unfortunate. I would have liked to see his backstory fleshed out and them investing in this character beyond Jocelyn's arm candy. But here we are. Hello, Missy Jones. But yeah, I'm not like sad that Dex is gone. To be honest, like I said, he didn't bring enough to the show, or they didn't do enough for him to make him interesting. It just sucks. Like, I guess the one bad part is that like Molly's one friend, besides I guess, well, she's kind of friends with Isaiah now, but like Dex was like her listening ear, and now he's gone too. She lost her sister, her daughter, and now her friend, all in the span of like a month. Which, poor girl, I can't even imagine. Unfortunate. I mentioned Isaiah. He's officially on staff at GH. And poor guy, like, the first thing he has to do is call Dex's death. Like, damn. On another note, the actor was on Maurice Bernard's podcast today. And I need the show to invest in Isaiah, okay? Because the actor is cool as shit. Dude is a breakdancer in real life, so if they don't utilize that in some way, like, yeah, he's the doctor, but he could be like a breakdancer on the side. Like, I want to see him bringing Lucky and Jordan to like an underground dance-off thing and like show his skills, man. Like, that would be so dope. Like, make this guy cool. He already gives off cool energy. He's obviously a very good looking dude as well, and he's a great actor. And so I just don't want him to be backburned because, yeah, they're putting him with Jordan. But Jordan's been backburned for years. I don't want them to become like another TJ and Molly situation that we barely see them when they're, you know, talented. And, you know, this dude's got leading man sort of energy, and they need to bring up that energy. In my opinion, okay, Brooklyn, you said, in my opinion, I think Jocelyn will most likely end up with Trina's new love interest down the road. You mean, Kai? Like, I think that there's going to be, like, a rectangle going on between Trina, Gio, Jocelyn, and Kai. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Angel, you said that's the sole basis of their relationship, Sunny and D. They had him pork Joss one last time with his dirty feet. Oh my god. Isaiah is gorgeous. Isaiah is gorgeous. Like, he's just such a good looking dude. Like, easily, probably, in my opinion, like the hottest dude on GH right now. But, like, he just has so much potential as a character as well. You know, Kai got him. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We got to see Trina soften up to Kai this week as well, because he ended up doing their art project even though she thought that they were going to have to do it on their own, or she was going to have to do it on her own. Now she's wanting to get an extension so that they can do the project presentation together. So she's softening towards him. But before she did that, she was at the Quartermains for a early Christmas party. Sorry, still getting over the cold, guys. But so this Quartermain Christmas party, it was random, and like from the get-go, as soon as they started talking about watching football on TV, I was like, oh, this is how we're getting the Drew and Willow footage coming out. So I was just waiting. I think that was Thursday's episode. I was just waiting with anticipation for that to happen. I was like, it's gonna go down somehow. And then Michael's like, here, we can just stream the game from my phone, because I guess the cable was having issues. And, he turned the game on and that was fine. But then Tracy grabbed the phone and was trying to turn it off and somehow swiped to the footage of Willow and Drew, and the entire room seen it. And just, it's funny because, like, on the Thursday, they only showed Michael's reaction to it and nobody else's. But on the Friday episode, we had Tracy and Ned laughing their asses off. We had Carly just, like, stunned. Everyone in the room was stunned. And, oh my god, it was just so good. Willow was very calm, all things considered, until she went up to Michael and was like, you weren't surprised. Like, you showed this film in front of everyone, and, like, Willow, you saw what happened. He obviously did not plan that. Tracy grabbed the phone. But yeah, she's mad that Michael knew for weeks and didn't say anything. Be like, you cheated several weeks ago and didn't tell him. And you've kissed Drew twice. You didn't tell him about the second time. Far be it from me to praise Carly in any situation, but damn was I glad that she got to call her out and did not hold back on Willow at all and called her out for gaslighting. Yeah, this is like the one time I was like down for Carly to step up for Michael, and she did, and it was fun to watch. And then Nina and Willow tried to make a break for it with the kids because Michael's gonna try to steal the kids from him and never let her see them again, and I don't think that was Michael's plan, to be honest. But Carly stopped them, and that's probably gonna make things worse for Willow now that Carly saw that Willow was trying to flee with the kids. I think that she probably shouldn't have listened to her mom and just like kept the kids there and just stayed with them and figured it out in the morning. I don't think Michael would have stolen the kids, truthfully. She's finally crazy. Willow's finally crazy now. Jeez. Sandy says, Tracy and Ned had me on the floor. Me too. And I missed some of y'all's other comments too. Let me scroll up a little bit. Angel said they gotta make Gio more interesting before they put him in Love Anything. I don't see this dude doing love scenes. Yeah, I mean, I think that the road with Gio is that he's gonna end up being Brooklyn's son with Dante. But that's not necessarily gonna make him more interesting. Sandy, after getting caught, Dirty Dog Drew was still arrogant, obnoxious, and disrespectful. Yeah, like, honestly, I'm glad. I think was it Tracy being like, when Monica finds out that you slept with her grandson's wife, you'll be out of the house so fast. I'm glad she said it, but it sucks because, like, obviously Drew would take Scout with him, and that splits up the kids. Why they don't make Gio gay? I don't know. Because then they'd have to find like another gay guy his age to bring onto the show too, and they probably won't do that. But we'll see. Hallie said, although I didn't like how the storyline began, this last episode was perfect in every way. It was so fun to watch. Oh man, or bisexual? Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, it was entertaining as fuck. As part of my French, it was entertaining as fuck. It was fun to watch. And I love that Carly went, laid on Drew as well and just was like, this is why Jason beat you up. Oh, man. And Drew's out there like, I don't want to have this discussion in front of my family. And Carly just laughs, and Ned's like, you made it the family's business, and you don't get to be private since it's all up in our faces now. Sorry. You did this in our house. And Tracy being like, even your father wouldn't stoop this low. But yeah, it'll be interesting where they go with Carly from there, because obviously she already hated Nina, and now she's got to deal with Willow too. But yeah, all that stuff was entertaining, so kudos for GH bringing the drama. Obviously, the stuff hasn't come out about Michael and Sasha yet. Sasha hasn't revealed that she's pregnant yet. But I'm so curious what's going to happen with Michael. Some people are speculating that he might die at the hands of Cyrus. I don't think he's going to die. I think something else is going to happen. And then I think, I don't know. I mean, Curtis's plan to kind of screw Drew over is kind of all out there, because obviously Michael's silence is why Drew offered Aurora to Michael in the first place, but it's all out there in the open and anyone else can leak it. And Olivia made the argument that this would hurt the kids, and she's not wrong. You know, Scout's still grieving. If she sees this, which she will, people are going to mock her at school and stuff. So it's a slippery slope. But, yeah, it's a mess. I'm intrigued to see. I hope that the writers can pull off something good with this story, because, you know, the writers have been a mess, not going to lie, through most of their tenure so far. And it's unfortunate. Carly is for sure going to tell Sonny. Yeah, for sure. How is Sasha going to hide the pregnancy from Michael? Well, she's not going to have to if he disappears in some way. They're not recasting Michael. We don't know if they're necessarily killing him or if something else is going to happen. But, like, he's not going to be around long enough to notice that she's pregnant, I don't think. Like, I think he'll be out of here before the end of January for sure. Huh. But yeah, time will tell. I guess we'll touch a little bit more on Lulu. She reunited with Maxie. She had an argument with Nina because she thought that Nina would know where Valentine would take Charlotte and that she'd be all in on everything, but, you know, she hasn't been with Valentine in a long time. Yeah, they still had somewhat of a friendship, but he's not sharing his secrets with her. She's gonna talk to Jason about it? Well, we'll see. What else? She reunited with Carly, Lulu, sorry. And I like that Carly is the one that got to tell her about Bobby. Just another devastating death that she was unaware of. I hope she gets to go to Kelly's and sees that it's been turned to Bobby's as well. I was kind of hoping that's how the conversation went down, but they were just at Carly's office in the Metro Court. Lulu tried to get, what's his name? Jack Brennan to call Valentine, and Valentine wasn't answering. She's not sure that she can trust him. Oh yeah, Carly had put a bug in Jack's room. This is something from the previous week. To overhear whether or not he was in touch with Valentine. And he was, which wasn't shocking. But according to Jack, it's just like he contacted him through a burner phone, so he doesn't really know where Valentine is. But the goal is to get Charlotte back to Lulu, and I think likely Valentine will somehow manage to do that. I don't think that he's going to keep Charlotte from her mom, knowing that she's awake. So we'll see. And obviously Jack found the bug and confronted Carly, so, you know, he's not in the best terms with Carly right now, but I think he'll get over it. And I enjoyed Lulu's scenes with Maxie as well. Lulu also snuck into Windermere looking for answers, and I'm just sitting here like, Someone needs to someone just needs to sit this girl down and she needs to ask all the questions. Carly did mention that Nina married Sonny, so that like shocked her, which of course it would shock anybody, I think. But like the fact that she was looking in Windermere, he hasn't lived in Windermere for forever because Nicholas and Ava got that, and then Ava got it in general once Nicholas was thrown in prison. So, like, I don't know. To me, it's a bit silly. But yeah, I don't know. It was weird seeing Windermere again, though, because we haven't seen it in forever. I was like, wow, the set's still here. Yeah, Sasha doesn't know that. Well, I think Sasha's going to keep it a secret as long as possible, whether Michael was leaving or not, so. Or she would quit before. I don't know. Lulu needs to calm down and spend time with Rocco. Yeah, but I mean, I can't blame her for being distressed that her daughter's missing, though. You know what I mean? Like, who can blame the girl? But yeah, those are kind of the big things that happened on GH this week. I don't really know what else to talk about. I liked Alexis's scenes with Molly. Oh yeah, Sonny gave Christina Charlie's, and she's planning on turning it into a different kind of bar. Because apparently Phyllis went back to Nixon Falls. Good thing they talked about it 3 years after we've seen her. Like, man, I was wondering where she was this whole time. But yeah, I need to have Lulu and Rocco in some scenes again. I need a Lulu and Tracy reunion. That's kind of the biggest one that's left. And it's funny because they were like talking about how, like Lulu's been spending so much time with Rocco on screen or at the Quartermain house. I'm like, well then how come Tracy's not seen her? And I guess Tracy was out of town. So yeah, we need a Tracy and Lulu reunion. Yeah, Sasha was ready and gearing up to quit, and she never did. Oh, you think they'll turn Charlie's into a gay bar? I don't know. Like, she could. It would be, like, a cool thing to do, but there's, like, not enough, like, gay people on GH to justify it. Not that, like, listen, everyone can go to a gay bar, right? But it's just, like, maybe just make it like a pub and then occasionally do, like, drag bingo, which a lot of straight bars do. Even here. Oh, Anna and Martin. Yes, Missy Jones. Yeah, so Anna is desperate to find Valentine, and she basically gets Jason to grab Martin and like tie him up at the coffee warehouse, and she just gets all vigilante on his ass for nothing because he really doesn't know that much. And I don't know. It just left a weird taste in my mouth. Like, Anna acting this sort of violent and using Jason and his mob connections to her advantage. Like, man, I don't know. I just feel like if Spinelli can't find Valentine, then like no one else is going to be able to. Certainly not Martin. Well, that's the thing. They've had drag bingo on GH before. They had it at the Haunted Star, and they had it at. I feel was it maybe at Charlie's when Alexis and Neil went. They went somewhere and did drag bingo. Yeah, I forget which pub it was. Maybe it was Charlie's. I don't remember. Or maybe it was at Kelly's back in the day. Can't remember. But yeah, I mean, obviously they're gonna track down Charlotte. But I just don't think that Anna needed to do all that she did in those scenes. And yeah, I just was not here for those scenes. Sandy, you said you would love to see a Martin and Tracy hook up. That would be hilarious. Oh, maybe. But then she would have Lucy all in her face. Maybe Cody will help Lulu open up the Haunted Star again. Well, did they get a new boat? Because the boat blew up. The boat literally got blown up by the WSB and like a bunch of rockets. And it killed Victor. They'd have to get like a whole new boat. But man. Also, Lulu did find out about Sam and had a conversation with Dante about Sam as well, which is nice to see. And I think Lulu's going to be okay with the fact that Dante is grieving and just give him the time and space that he needs on that front. And I think she might end up dating Cody for a bit. We'll see. I think that chemistry test was not for nothing. I think that they're going to put them together. And then like they didn't break up Cody and Sasha for nothing either. Certainly not for just having two off-screen parents that are barely going to be mentioned. So, because that seemed like an extreme way to just, you know, break them up so that they wouldn't be wanted again. But yeah, am I forgetting anything else about this week, y'all? Because I will call it soon, just because I don't want to spend too much time talking. I'm still slowly trying to recover my voice. And like I said, obviously it's a lot more back than it was. For perspective, I had zero voice on the weekend last weekend. No voice whatsoever. So, but, you know, I've also got to kind of salvage my voice because I got a show in less than a month away. So I'm not able to, like, practice singing yet. So I'm just trying to rest my voice where I can. Missy Jones, you think Cody and Lulu were cute? Yeah, I liked their chemistry and banter. So I'm here for like a potential Lulu and Cody pairing for sure. And then Lucy will be enemies with Tracy. Yeah, Lucy will be all up in that. I don't think Cody will give him the money that Drew gave him. I think Cody will invest that in the barn that he wants to open up. Good night, Brooklyn. But yeah, like I said, I can't live stream this Wednesday because I'm going to my friend's wake that evening. But we will go back to Sunday. I swear to God, if I get sick again, there will be heads to roll. So I'm gonna do my best to take damn good care of myself, y'all. And then we'll have like a regular stream on the next Sunday, where I'll kind of be able to recap in detail and go over all the things that happen. Angel said, "I hope Joss don't blame Sunny for Dex's unaliving." Well, she's gonna think that at first. I think the preview showed her talking to Jason. She's probably gonna ask him if Sunny did this, but she has no reason to suspect anyone else right now. So, we'll see. Kaiwan, I don't want her to be a reporter again. She needs to let that go. Thanks, Missy Jones. But yeah, I will catch you guys next weekend. If you liked this live stream, give it a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to. I'd really appreciate it if you haven't done so already. And I will catch you guys next weekend. Good night. Have a good week. See you then. Mwah. Hopefully GH